What up, everybody? We're about to go to an open mic. It's called The Bitters. It's at a place called Mitch Amaro. I wrote some new stuff, and now I'm going to go test it out. Not a lot of confidence in the jokes that I'm trying out tonight. But we're going to show up, and we're going to see what happens. I will see you guys at the open mic. The boys are out here at the open mic tonight. I'm with Mark Myers and Andrew Yonke. Last time Mark was talking about conspiracies, which one of you think knows more about conspiracies?
Me. Zero question, Andrew. He's been to jail.
Do you think you learn a lot about conspiracies in jail?
Yeah, man, they got people locked up for money. They using prisoners as little pawns for money and money schemes.
What conspiracies did you learn in jail, Yonke?
Man, I shared a bunk with a crackhead named Vic who would talk to me about how satellites weren't real and about how gravity wasn't real and about how the moon landing was fake, about how the earth was flat and there was a firmament that went around the outside, and the firmament would prevent the humans from escaping because outside the firmament, that's the seventh layer. That's heaven, you understand? And so when you get to heaven, you meet angels, and angels sometimes they cross over the firmament, but we can't interact with them. But they use satellites to control us, but they're not really in space because you can't go to space. Because you can't go up, you can only go out.
Bro, what? Do you believe any of that?
No, dude, I got into a fight with this guy. He was retarded.
So you believe some of it, though, right?
No, I'm a pretty classic, anti-Zionist, I'm pretty easily classified as anti-World Economic Forum. Jesus Christ.
Mark, fucking stop coughing.
Yeah, no, I would say that my conspiracies link back pretty easily, oh, that was the CIA, and then they end up declassifying and being yeah, we did do that, and foreign governments having blackmail on our public officials and stuff, oh, turns out that's real as well. It is real, it is real, you know?
Do you think the moon landing was real?
Yeah. If it was fake, then hundreds of thousands of people lied about it and they pulled it off 5 times. That would be crazy. I think the moon landing's real. I believe in outer space.
Do you think it was real, Mark?
No.
Well, a follow-up question. Do you think that we're fighting in a war against the Anunnaki that has been going on since the dawn of time?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know who that is, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the moon landing was probably fake. They didn't have to lie to everybody. Not 100,000 people had to lie.
100,000 people had to believe it. Just a bunch of idiots.
Dude, just NASA, all the people in the city of Houston, all the fucking, people who worked on, the satellites, all the people. We've launched other shit into space before that. It's, not hard to figure out, what space is. Do you believe in space?
I believe that Kash Patel, the new director of the FBI, is borderline retarded.
When we got Kash Patel, we just got the one with the coolest sounding name. And usually guys with cool sounding names are on the lower end of the spectrum anyway, right? Think of the coolest name you know. Who is it?
Michael Blank.
Elvis Presley.
All right. Do you think Elvis Presley was some super genius?
Yes.
No, he was kind of retarded.
Do you think we're going to lose followers with all these crazy takes? I think some people unsubscribed after all that talk about the vaccines, Mark.
That's not true, dude. The comments were ablaze. I've never seen the comment section so on fire until Mark Myers and his vaccines. Michael Blank.
A lot of people like to drink beer after work to take the edge off. Not me. I like to drink beer before work. Get ahead of the edge. We just finished the open mic. It did not go great. I told a joke about beer. My favorite beers are Natural Light and Busch, and that's also my favorite type of woman. Natural, Light, and Busch. That was the best joke I wrote today. It's all downhill from here. I told a joke about my uncle. I had an uncle who had a really bad Coke addiction, but then he switched to Pepsi, and then he relapsed on cocaine and died. And some of my jokes were really bad. I think it's weird how people use microwaves. Like, I don't get it. Because when you start eating the food, it naturally heats up in your mouth. And then it heats up even more in your stomach. And by the time you poop it out, it's steaming hot. So what's the point of heating it up before you eat it? That's my impression of a robot trying to understand why we use microwaves. But we tried out all new stuff tonight. So even though some of my jokes didn't do great, overall, I'm glad I came out here. That has been the open mic tonight. I'll see you next time. Peace.